Are you a part of this coalition?
I am part of any arrangement, no matter whatever nomenclature or name, to remove the current government of incompetency, of insecurity, of dividing the Nigerian family between North and South out of power. I'll go into any arrangement for that purpose.
Are you part of this particular arrangement? Ada?
What I'm saying is this. What you see, don't panic. You see, I'm not the kind of person who keep on panicking over issues. I don't panic. I walk with my eyes wide open. What I'm saying is that today in Nigeria, we've got a government which is dividing Nigerians along North and South, dividing Nigerians along ethnicity line, and also using institutions of the state in manipulating and controlling and coercing the opposition. To me, coming from the old generation, I'm not really frightened by the way the current generation is moving around. So to me, any arrangement, I will be part of any arrangement of any chemistry, any configuration, whatever you may call it, if it is going to remove this government out of power, because the government for the first time in Nigeria is now a government not for Nigeria, but then for a political party. The entire government today in Nigeria is not for Nigeria, it's for political party. I mean, how do you imagine the president holding political party function of the APC in the villa, a very, very sacred place, which is the seat of Nigerian power for all Nigerians, holding party function in the villa. So you could see how low we have sunk. You could see how really the country is literally gone under Tinubu. So again, I will be part of any arrangement, anything which is going to make sure that this party is fresh out of power. I'll follow that.
Tinubu's benchmarking of his contributions to democracy and fighting militocracy, considering what you are witnessing now, what sense do you make of his Democracy Day and that speech and what I've just said?
Okay. You see, I feel highly entertained by Tinubu's rhetorics, the way he's dramatizing his own role, in Nigerian democracy. Luckily, we're all alive. Please go. Luckily, we're all alive. We're all there. We're all, participants in that particular, sphere of political activity. So I was in the midst of it. Tinubu became relevant and noticeable after Abacha took over government. Before then, he was in the Senate, was the secretary of the party. And with all respect to him, you see, he was part of those people who were supporting Babangida's annulment of June 12th. He was part of it. His own mother, Haja Mogaji from Lagos, was organizing Lagos market women to come to Abuja to pledge, support for Babangida. I'm saying this because it's simply history. I mean no harm. Don't mean to embarrass him. But then you see, he was actively handing gloves to Babangida. Now, when Babangida saw the fact that he was having a problem with the party, he went to the National Assembly to address them. One infamous speech was, they are trying to incite you. It is you they are against. Tinubu was there, and the IU became very, very firm and straight on the issue of June 12th. He called a meeting, then being the only senior elected person in government at that time, as Senate President. He convened a meeting in Edo, in Benin. We went there with the governor, where we went there and reaffirmed our commitment to June 12th. All right? Babangida was so angry with IU. When he came by, he removed him and put in a better arrow. He put him there so that, so that they can be aligned to Babangida, political kind of machinations. So when Tinubu today, after being a Nigerian president, decided to rewrite history, trying to maybe deconstruct history and then rewrite it, then it is very, very amusing because he was part of the Babangida's support of June 12th. He was part of it. Now, it was only when Abacha took over government that Tinubu then became a so-called activist of June 12th.
I think it is very evident now that some of the truth of what happened during the June 12th period is coming out. But before I delve into that, SULE Lamido, the former governor of Jigawa State, is saying that he's part of any arrangement whatsoever that would unseat Bola Tinubu. I mean, he's part of the coalition, but he's saying that any arrangement that would unseat this Bola Tinubu's government of incompetence, insecurity, a government that is not of the people, but of a political party, of a group of people. Now, I know a lot of Nigerians will agree and say, yes, we want to get him out. We want to get Bola Tinubu out. But I think the biggest overarching question Nigerians have issues with is this coalition, the people that have formed this coalition, this AD, All Democratic Alliance, the people that are made up of this political party. But we're going to get into that. The second point that SULE LAMIDO raised there is that Bola Tinubu supported the annulment of June 12th. That same June 12th that has historically remained the most free and transparent election we've ever had in our country. Bola Tinubu supported that annulment. And that not only that Bola Tinubu supported the annulment of June 12th, his own mother at the time, that Elijah Mogaji, also supported the annulment of June 12th. So the big question here is this: has Bola Tinubu been lying all along? Because if you remember, I believe at some point, Shore always said that the likes of Bola Tinubu never really contributed towards June 12th. That Shore always insisted that he was always part of June 12th. And he had pictures to show that it was always part of June 12th. That Bola Tinubu wasn't part of June 12th. That the people that are in government, they are just not those ones who supported June 12th. But what he's saying, what SULE LAMIDO is saying in essence is that Bola Tinubu supported the annulment. He was always against June 12th. I mean, Abiola's mandate. But, and even so, his mother also gathered crowds. You know, the way they do where politicians go gather crowds and bring them to stadiums and then to say we're supporting. It's exactly what it was saying that Bola Tinubu's mother did at the time. So you can see the elements of people that we currently have in government. So, but one of my biggest question I want to ask here as well is, what do you think when you have the likes of Atiku, SULE LAMIDO, Bola Tinubu, who have been in and around power for the last 30 years? More than 32 years, these guys have been in power or around power. What new ideas would they be giving us? Now, do you wonder why Nigeria is the way Nigeria is? Do you wonder why Africa is the way Africa is? Every advanced country in this world, I've always had leaders gone, old leaders done their time and they've gone. New people have come with fresh ideas and they've been progressive and moved the country forward. But in Africa, in Nigeria particularly, you have the same set of leaders in and around power. And that time when they were around power, it was always about them. It was not about the people. So you wonder why Nigeria is not moving forward. You wonder why we're not making progressive policies that would advance the cause of the nation. So my issue with this Alliance for all Democratic Alliance is that these are the same people who have been in and around power, who have contributed to the ruining of our nation. They're the same people who are forming these All Democratic Alliance, who just want to use Nigerians to wrestle power out of Bola Tinubu's hand so that they can be, again, around power and they can continue to perpetuate themselves. And then they will bring in their children and their currents to come continue where they left off. And that's where Nigerians have issues with. The reason why Nigerians, in my opinion, are gravitating towards Peter Obi is his style of governance. One that is based around the people rather than around politicians. Where there's some sense of transparency and sanity and growth rather than ones of criminality, looting of the public funds. So when I listen to SULE LAMIDO, I think the thing that is newsworthy of whatever I said is the fact that just like Nigerians are saying, this Bola Tinubu's government is a government of incompetence. I think that NYC lady called it the most useless, incompetent president ever. So, and they're saying they need to get the same president out of power. But do we need to have the likes of SULE LAMIDO? SULE LAMIDO should have been a statesman by now. Move away. Atiku should be moving away. The likes of AU should be moving away. Bola Tinubu will be moving away. What we should be having right now are Nigerians who are young, fresh, with new ideas in this 20th century that we're in 2025, that they can push the country forward, advance the cause of the nation, not this recycled leadership with nothing new to offer. You don't forget that this same SULE LAMIDO was accused of misappropriation of funds, of money laundering, and abuse of power, which was a case that was on until 2023 when the government discharged the case and said they didn't have enough, or the court discharged the case and said the government didn't have enough proof. So you can see all of this happening. So what I'm saying, and I think anything newsworthy here is just to say, this all Democratic Alliance, this ADA, or SULE LAMIDO is saying we need to get this government out of place. All right, we want a new government. So whether he's saying he needs to join band with Peter Obi or be part of the ADA, that's a different thing entirely. But again, put it in the comment section. Let us know what you think. However, I still want to re-emphasize here, using this channel as a means to sensitize Nigerians all across board. We have to make sure we contribute towards 2027 rather, because it is for the fight of the soul of our country. Listen, the insecurity we have in our country, the food scarcity we have in our country, the economic issues we have in our country, financial issues we have in our country is based on the politicians we have. When they don't have good plans or good policies, the entire Nigerian suffer. Whether or not you're home or you're abroad, we all suffer the consequences. So we have to help others understand the essence of not selling their vote or you being used or coerced to rig election. So this channel is actually also dedicated towards that information passing and sharing and sensitization. So please share this content so that more people get to be informed and let them understand that they must be part of 2027 solution and not sell their vote, because another 4 years of Bola Tinubu is what we cannot afford. It is catastrophic. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also leave your comment in the comment section. And remember to recommend this channel to others. I'll catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.